Good morning, everyone. And at least for me, it's morning. It's 10 past 8, 10 past 8 a.m. And yeah, first of all, I have a new mic. I also used this microphone for the last video. And now it's the second video with this mic. And I'm pretty happy now just recording. I'm pretty happy that I even started making videos. And that also shows the power of time. If you just start now and you do something every day or every other day, and that's exactly what I'm doing now, or what I have been doing, that will show, that will have an effect, that will end up being something. That reminds me of Jordan Peterson, who always says, that's at least not nothing, that's something. Or at least that's kind of the way he phrases his words oftentimes. I think I woke up a little bit unhappy. I also had a weird dream, and I woke up a bit grumpy and angry, and oftentimes that anger is self-directed, to be fair, because I'm very hard on myself, and I feel like I'm not working hard enough, and I'm not content. But maybe I should lead with thankfulness and gratitude, something I've already talked about. I can be so grateful, and that's also for the viewer a relevant topic. We can all of us can be grateful about something, and I know that every one of us also has hard times and things that are difficult, and oftentimes the difficulty is that which reaps the most benefits. But there is also difficulty that originates or that produces suffering that is not productive. There is, as I already said, difficulty and pain and suffering that is productive. I think that's work, for example, hard work, exercising, reading tough books, for example. That is productive and it's hard. So difficulty that is productive. But then also there is just pain. I mean, losing a child or losing someone you love, or it doesn't even have to be that dramatic. I mean, being in an accident or having to deal with something that is even slightly traumatic. That these are all pains which are not necessarily productive. Even though you could spin that in a way, most of the times that's just pain. But no, I kind of lost my thread of thought. But I think it's my train of thought started with difficulty. Difficulty oftentimes is productive in a way, or the hardest things are oftentimes the best things, in the sense of when you look back. I also heard about this study. Oftentimes, this is very unscientific because I heard about a study. But I think I heard about something where they asked older people, so people that were above 60, to state when their happiest times in their lives were. And oftentimes it was like their 30s, their 20s and 30s. And the researchers, I think, I really have to research myself to prove that this study even exists, but I think they interpreted it as the times where I have the most responsibility. So I think it was the 30s, when I'm arguing like that, where you have the most responsibility, and sometimes the hardest times. When you look back, these are the most fulfilling, the ones with the most meaning, and that is so interesting. To say. So what I'm struggling at here is, on one hand, being very hard on myself. In conclusion, maybe being very hard on myself and thinking that I should work harder. I'm not working hard enough, and on the other side, being grateful and being thankful where I'm at. I've gone so far, and I've also been so lucky. I have been so lucky in this life, and I know that many out there are also very lucky. What I mean with lucky is not money. It's also money. Let's be real. It is money, but it's also having a mother, having a father, having a sibling. It's having a friend, having one good friend. I have a lot of friends, but I really have one good friend and one good female friend. Like, I really have 2 really good friends. The others are really just people I speak with and I have a good time with. But are these people really friends? Do these people care when I feel bad? No. Do I care when these people feel bad? Also, not really. So it's also a two-way street. Um, uh, and yeah, there's so many things I could talk about because it's super free. I didn't even have any train of thought. Is train of thought the right idiom to use? I will research that. But I'm just talking. I'm just yapping. But I love it. So I hope, and this is my last message. I hope that you have a good day. I hope that you are not too hard on yourself. I hope that you're, but also still grateful in the mix of it and in while facing pain. And I hope you're being productive while also loving yourself and not taking the things for granted that you have. And I'm really saying this to myself. Don't take the things for granted that you have, and but still work hard in the process and love it, even when it's hard. And sometimes you don't have to love it. You just have to do it. All right, man. I hope you love the new microphone.